Hello and welcome. In this session, let us explore the new Data Virtualization Manager web user interface. The Data Virtualization Manager web user interface is a browser-based platform designed to simplify mainframe data access and management. Using the web UI, you can create objects, execute queries, and search for objects. Begin by logging in using your mainframe TSO credentials. Once authenticated, you will land on the home page, which highlights the available features. Navigate to the Explore Objects section. Using this feature, you can search for virtual tables and virtual views on a selected server, and you can save frequently used search criteria for later. This improves productivity by reducing time spent navigating manually. You can search for virtual tables and views by selecting the server. You can filter by object type, name patterns such as contains, starts with, ends with, or matches. You can filter to display only virtual tables or virtual views. If you frequently use a particular search criterion, you can save it by clicking Save Filter for quick access in future sessions. The results will include both virtual tables and virtual views. Objects are displayed in a sortable grid format. You can sort by object name, schema name, object type, and server. Clicking on an object reveals detailed metadata. Next, let's access the Execute Query feature. This section allows you to interact directly with a database and retrieve data by executing SQL queries. Instead of typing SQL commands into a terminal or using a command line tool, the web UI provides a user-friendly interface where you can write and run queries with ease. Start by selecting a server. The tool will automatically retrieve available schemas and list all associated tables and views. To run a query, start by selecting a table. The system will auto-generate a SQL select query. You can choose to toggle all columns into the query or edit the SQL to suit your needs. Once your query is ready, click Run to execute a single SQL statement and view result. If you've written multiple queries, use Run All to execute them together. To save the executed SQL statements, use the Save option. The saved SQL queries appear under My Queries. You can also access previously executed queries from the Query History tab. To rerun a query, double-click on the query and click Run. The columns in the result grid are sortable. You can switch between result sets using the Select Run dropdown. Export options are available in both JSON and CSV formats. Now, let us explore the Create Objects feature. Using this section, you can create a virtual table that maps your source data and align with the structure defined on the mainframe. Let's see how to create a virtual table using the web UI, enabling seamless access to data from various data sources. Begin by selecting the target server and data source type. DVM supports multiple data sources, including IMS, sequential, vSAM, and vSAM kicks. Enter the virtual table name in the object name box. Configure additional options, such as converting var fields or handling array values using the available modes. Proceed to define the source of the data source type by selecting the configured source library in Copybook. Use filters or known patterns to locate the copybook. Select the Start field and optionally enable Offset 0 for the object. Next, specify the cluster name and validate the source for the data source type and click Validate. Once validated, submit the configuration to create the virtual table. The tool will redirect you to Explore Objects, where you can verify the newly created table. This concludes the demonstration of the IBM DVM Web UI. You have now seen how to explore, execute, and create virtual tables and views, all through an intuitive and powerful interface. For more information about the Data Virtualization Manager web user interface, refer to the IBM Data Virtualization Manager for z/OS documentation. Thank you for watching.